I'm Calvin, the cultured boy, the guy with 44 siblings. Yes, I'm an ex-cult member. People ask me, hey Calvin, what cult did you leave? Yes, I grew up fundamentalist Mormon. When I first moved to New York City a few years ago, this Broadway show was therapy to my soul. I've seen this show 4 or 5 times, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool to actually sit down with a cast member from the show? So that's what we're going to do today.
This is Elder McKinley.
What would a Broadway actor normally do after a show?
Oh, to eat some food and go to bed?
Give it up for PJ Adzima!
Or as he's known in the real world, PJ Adzima. That's crazy, man. People all over the world travel far and wide to watch a Broadway show.
Correct.
You perform in a Broadway show.
Yeah, 8 times a week.
That's major.
Yeah, baby.
That's a huge announcement. This is
baby.
this is the front of the episode. There's an announcement at the end of this episode that is like massive.
Massive. For me personally, and anyone who knows who I am, you don't know who I am yet. Wait and find out.
In this episode of Cultured Boy, we go beyond Broadway to discover the raw truth of what it really takes to make great art.
You have set yourself a challenging goal, and then, oh look, it's hard. But you gotta love that grit.
What do you do when things aren't flowing?
So get your workout gear or your popcorn, however you consume Cultured Boy, and let's get into today's episode.
Mr. Elder McKinley.
Please.
Welcome.
Please, that's my father's name.
It's so good to have you come on to Cultured Boy.
It's a pleasure to have me. Thank you so much for being here. In the cockpit, for anybody who's just listening, I am wearing the most fabulous headset that looks like I'm flying a 747.
Yeah.
It's real. It's pretty thrilling.
My last guest said it felt like that he was playing a video game and we were like 9 years old again or something.
I like this. I like to think that this is the AI. Like I'm in, like we are meeting, soon all podcasts will be, right?
Yeah.
You'll put on your virtual headset and you'll be sitting down with someone who's not actually there.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, this is getting me used to the augmented virtual VR
100%.
hellscape that they are building for us to live inside. You know what I mean? Like
it's so intimate too. Like it just like, I like how it just like zones in the conversation.
I also don't have to like lean forward to a microphone. I kind of really dig it.
Yeah, you're going to be able to just chill.
Yeah, this feels nice.
I'll chill. You'll chill.
We'll chill together here online.
Yeah.
Here wherever you're listening now.
Yeah, YouTube, TikTok,
all of it.
Instagram, all the
Yay.
places. Okay, so you sort of strike me. I've just discovered you.
Please,
and
I'm excited to hear how I strike you.
You strike me as the early Conan O'Brien when he's on his journey. Like you're just getting into your thing, and I have no idea who your inspirations are, but you just got a lot going on.
I have a lot. If you're gonna, yes, to describe me is to say I have a lot going on, and you're dead on. Conan's a huge inspiration, and it's not just because of the hair, like and how pale I am, but this showman, entertainer personality that wears a lot of hats and is kind of this like master of ceremony figure is this art form that I really admire. That I feel like so few people do, and Conan's one of the best.
Yeah.
And so, thank you. That's an absolute honor.
How old are you, if I may ask?
I'm 32 years old.
Okay, so you're in the prime of your life, as am I.
Yeah. Here we are.
Okay, let's rewind just a little bit.
Please.
Because people all over the world travel far and wide to go watch a Broadway show.
Correct.
Literally different countries, different states. Everybody's like, you have to go see a Broadway show. You perform in a Broadway show.
Yeah, that's
you
correct.
don't just sit and watch. You're performing in one.
Yeah, 8 times a week.
That's crazy, man. By the way, I've seen Book of Mormon like 5 times. For me, growing up in fundamentalist Mormonism,
Of course. I mean,
it is a form of therapy.
Absolutely. I consider it to be a deprogramming tool.
Yes.
Specifically for
Mormonism.
For you. For
Yeah,
Mormonism.
yeah.
For like, it really is. Everybody can appreciate the Book of Mormon. Everybody does.
Totally.
But
All
there are
types.
things that only people who understand LDS are going to walk out of the show knowing, oh my God, it is on levels that you are not even picking up.
There's so many details
It's
that I keep
it's
picking
incredible.
up. There's details that a friend took me that had been like several times too. And I was like, and I'm just dying laughing. And she's like, there's a lot of funny stuff, but why are you laughing right now? And I'm like, those aren't just pajamas.
Yeah,
those are like
my favorite
little
thing
underwear.
is I played the show on the national tour, and we played it in Salt Lake City.
Oh,
At
they
the
probably died.
at the Eccles Center, 4,000 people, and it was a rock concert. People were screaming. My favorite thing is whenever is when at the top of Act 2, they introduce the Nephites and the Lamanites, and when we said the Nephites, everybody cheered, and we said the Lamanites, everybody booed. And I was like, oh my God, you are invested in this story in a way that even we aren't.
Totally.
Right? And that alone was a really big eye-opening moment in my journey with the show.
That's what I think is fun about, like, I consider Mormonism, the more I'm getting into entertainment and storytelling, one of my favorite stories as a cultural phenomenon. Because I literally exist because a guy kind of stuck to the bit of polygamy is a thing, and people believed it so hardcore that for 200 years they lived polygamy secretly and privately to the point where, I'm the 11th of dozens and dozens of kids,
Fascinating.
Yeah. So it's so interesting.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I know very little about you beyond what I've seen, online as well, and I just am so fascinated by the behind closed doors aspect of it. The idea of like this being baked into the culture, and it's like the joke of it all. Actually, it's really funny that is actually not in the Book of Mormon at all. Like
Totally.
The one
they
thing
don't have the polygamy.
The one thing that
aspect.
they don't touch,
Right,
is the polygamy thing, and it feels like the polygamy thing is actually what is the spiciest part of the Mormon lore, and it is the thing that it feels like they've done a good job of kind of like washing their hands of
Totally.
in the public eye. So to hear you talk about it as this behind closed doors thing is super interesting to me.
It is fascinating because they have done such a big job of keeping it
Their
quiet.
PR is insane.
Yeah.
They've got the best
It's
PR.
so good that their own members sometimes don't know about it.
Okay, what does this mean?
This is so interesting. So, obviously, you go on missions. I know so many ex-Mormons. In fact, last guest here was an ex-Mormon that does comedy here in New York City. And he said that he and there are several returned missionaries that did not even really understand that polygamy was a thing until after their mission.
Why?
Because it's not talked about. In fact, it gets wilder. There are Reddit pages. Like, this is just such an interesting cultural nugget about humans and specifically about Mormonism. But there are Reddit pages to where Mormons, current existing LDS members, sort of are in argument if polygamy ever happened.
No.
Yes. Now, this is where this gets fascinating. They're like, okay, maybe Brigham Young did, which is the second guy that brought the saints to Utah.
Yep.
You have to... How is that?
I just took a sip of a Prime for the very first time.
The first time.
Exactly. It's good. Didn't expect it. It's like,
Try Prime.
what is it? Try Prime.
It's not bad. It's only, 20 calories, 10% coconut water, a much better alternative to Gatorade. That's the wholesale
Well,
switch.
dig it.
Yeah.
I was going to say it tastes like a Gatorade. All right, so back to... Okay, Brigham
so
Young.
this is what's interesting. They say, okay, maybe Brigham Young did, but there's no way Joseph Smith did.
What are you talking about?
I know.
They haven't documented that he had wives. I've been to the museums.
It's so documented, but to me, it's even funnier because if what they're saying is true, I wouldn't exist.
Oh, that's funny.
Because as a fundamentalist Mormon, we know the stories so well because where fundamentalists came from is when they changed the doctrine.
Yeah, tell me, when did the split happen?
The split happened late 1800s, early 1900s.
Okay.
There's this major story that fundamentalists believe that regular Mormons know nothing about. It's called the 1886 Revelation. And the church leader at the time got visited, similar to how Joseph Smith apparently got visited from Jesus and God to start the church. The guy that was the leader at the time, John Taylor, got visited from Jesus and Joseph Smith after Joseph Smith had died.
Oh.
And said, yo, the church is falling away. They're stopping polygamy. to be one with the world, this is a true doctrine to get to the celestial kingdom, the highest heaven in Mormonism. And so you and those that are willing to remain faithful need to continue
being polygamous.
Yes, and so
specifically about like the polygamy thing is the thing you have to keep doing.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the core. It was the core thing because
this dude had 2 girls and he could not choose.
That's exactly right.
He went, I would rather.
he
or 6 probably, but
he and not only. That's how I think of Joseph Smith is like he couldn't pick, and he was also getting. His prophet status was sort of under threat because of the polygamy thing. So he had to come up with a story to justify it. And so the revelation on polygamy came where he said, you have to live polygamy. Otherwise, an angel came and commanded him to do it. So not only do I want to do this,
I don't even want to do this. God told me that I need a second. It's
didn't
not my
want
fault.
to.
You're being really crazy.
Yes, and if you don't accept it, you're going to go to hell with me.
Oh, no.
Babe, neither of us want this.
Babe, it's our sacrifice for me to have more babies with another woman.
Yeah, I don't even want to.
Babe, stop.
What are these? These are called.
Babe, no.
These are like bro code stories. Like how many stories like have men had to come up with in the history?
Dude, this is wild. Okay. So the fundamentalists. So are y'all known as fundamentalists? Or not you y'all anymore? So is it like within the Mormon sect? Because again, I'm coming in with enough of an understanding, but blind. Are y'all like, is there slang against fundamentalists? Or like the Mormons who are in the church like, oh God, the Fundies are here? Like, or are you guys like kind of like mingled together and it's like on the sly? No, it's like, oh, it's them and us.
Separate.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
So we do not like them at all.
Why?
As a fundamentalist, because they kicked us out of the church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and they went against.
So they're all going to hell.
Yes, I sort of have no dog in the fight at this point. Now that I'm
no, of course, yeah. You're saying but we understand.
Yes. So
the listening audience understands where you're at on your journey.
The way fundamentalists view regular Mormons is they copped out for the world, and they gave up one of the crowning principles of existence because we were taught that. The bit that Joseph Smith gave was so sold that it was like, this is how you're getting to the top heaven. And then this is what happened during the split off. They kicked him out. But it's kind of fucked up if you think about it, because the people that kicked him out, the leaders that kicked out the people that were living polygamous, got kicked out for living the doctrine that they were told by said leaders
that's wild.
That they had to live.
Yeah.
And so Mormons regular LDS people don't want to know about this. They don't they keep us.
So is it like a whole separate religious faction? Is it
Yes.
is it the same
Yes.
church like steps and it's just this polygamous part? So the practice is the same, the church is the same.
It has evolved.
The community is the same. It's evolved.
It has evolved.
Of course, because of course it does.
And in many ways devolved. They're starting to look very, very different.
Yeah, it feels like it's its own thing.
Yes.
But it's also illegal, question mark?
Yeah.
So how does that work?
So it was illegal for most of the 1900s and most of, I would not say most, but probably half of my life, maybe more. So I have grandparents, great-grandparents that have spent prison time just for living polygamy. Now, I'm not polygamist. I don't believe in it, but if consenting adults, however they want to live, I don't care. So here's the juicy stuff. Regular Mormons, the LDS Church, did not want to be associated with the fundamentalist community at all. Mm-hmm. So they ended up enacting laws in Utah
against themselves, which was the doctrine that they had,
and also made it so that they could prosecute those that were living polygamy. They created anti-cohabitation laws. So what that meant was you couldn't even live in the same house if you're a man and multiple women. Like, that's the law.
What?
And so my great-grandfather, Charles Zitting, got thrown in jail as, like, all of his wives and kids loved him and several other men, but because he just was living what, again, he was told had to be the thing. So
this is exhausting.
It is exhausting.
I'm so fucking tired.
It gets worse. It gets worse. This whole energy of split off, unfortunately, has continued in fundamentalist Mormonism too, because now fundamentalists fight over who really has the authority. And in fact, I'm doing an episode coming up with a cousin that I've never met.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's the grandson of Charles Zitting, who I just mentioned. I'm his great-grandson.
Yeah, because there's so many of you.
There's so many of us, but it gets worse. There was a doctrine that's where we split off over who should be the leader, and so family lines literally got split, and so families said, "Oh, you believe in that side, I'm never talking to you again." So it does get incredibly
We've been
exhausting.
doing this forever. Isn't it wild? It's like
As humans.
that we just love to just dig in. We love to just, especially when it comes to God and whatever. But it's like at every corner of the world, we're always going to fight about who's the right one and who's going to heaven and who's not. And it's so exhausting. And just, it's everywhere. It's global. It's like
Literally.
it is this global problem, and even even you just talking about the idea of levels of heaven is like a thing. Like, I grew up Catholic,
Okay.
and like that's like a thing that doesn't even like, you know, beyond like the purgatory heaven split. Like the idea of being like, oh, you're in heaven, but it's like no. This heaven's better than the other heaven, and like there's however many layers of paradise, and it's everything is built on a hierarchical something, and you're never gonna escape from this social ladder that you're born into, and then it's gonna follow you into the afterlife, and you're always worried about who's above you, and then that makes you police who is below you, and it just is like this totem pole of hierarchy is just exhaust. It's the worst part. It's the worst. It's the worst thing that we do
as humans.
Yeah.
How do you identify religiously now, if at all?
Deeply spiritual.
Same, by the way.
I would say I think that I'm what's the word? I don't even have
Agnostic?
Not agnostic. It's what is it? Oh my God! How come I can't get to it right now? The idea that I really am hesitant to even like claim a thing, because that then puts me in a category.
Totally.
I believe that I am one with the universe. It is all connected. I am you, you are me, as are the trees, as are the birds and the bees. Like this is all one. We are all one entity. And we are not humans that are here to have dominion over all these things. We are one with this experience. My favorite, one of my favorite philosophers, Alan Watts, talks about how like a seed flowers, the earth peoples.
Totally.
We come from the earth. Like we are the flowers of this thing. We come from this rock we're on.
Yeah.
We're not separate over it. It is we are the stardust of this universe. Like it is this one thing, dude. And I'm and that is what I've reached after my spiritual journey. I grew up Catholic school till I was 18. Thought I'd be a priest. Thought I'd like
really.
Yeah, I just was like. I mean, I've been this outgoing and charismatic my
gotta
entire life, and I was
go
like,
for it.
well, I was like this guy, and honestly, it just mostly born from the fact that I was frustrated at how boring church was, and I was like this guy's losing the crowd.
Exactly. We're not getting any
I'm like,
converts this way.
you're like, not, you're blowing it. Let me up there. And I'm like, hold on. But then, I actually studied the scriptures and everything, and which made me go, oh, well, this is bullshit. Because I have achieved a level of understanding and also a level of life experience, and I am, in fact, a sinner. And was like, well, I can't do that. So I'm heading out into the world. And just, the hypocrisy and everything, led to me being like, I got to figure out my own thing. And has led me to a life of being an artist and indulging in and debauchery and watching people who don't be the worst people I know and
I
claim that they're going
know.
to heaven. And I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, I paid attention when Jesus hung out with the sex workers and zealots. And I was like, I don't know. It feels like this
Dude.
guy knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. It's just In
Some of
general,
my-
I'm wary of institutions because institutions that are run by people and people have agendas. And I think every spiritual practice is essentially teaching the same thing.
Yes.
I think that they are trying to package what is enlightenment to their audience, and they're trying to synthesize it and sell it based on the culture of the corner of the world that they're in.
Yep.
So at that time it becomes Christianity. At that time across the world it becomes Buddhism or Hinduism, and like everybody's getting to this essential principle of enlightenment and of being one with the universe and your place within it, and and understanding this human experience. How's
fun-
that for an answer? Did we do okay?
I love it.
Did we find it? Drink Prime. Take my Prime break after I did that. My sloppy philosophy, my tired ass life philosophy.
I'm gonna. It's just interesting to see how I came to similar conclusions growing up the way that I did. I like when things break my brain. Like, some of my favorite people are sex workers because they're just so ridiculously honest. And I've seen so many people that, just shame on people all around, and like, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. And I just totally agree. It's like, wait, you're supposed to be the good guys and gals, and you're being mean.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Well, it's fear, it's control, and even to get back to the polygamy, especially like this idea of like, oh, you're living your life related to like sex and the purity of that, and this sacredness, like this it does, especially in America, like we have this really puritanical thing that is deep within us, and we can justify. We have no problem with like horrific violence. But like a nipple is too far. Like,
it's so wild.
Save the children from avert your eyes. And so I love Scandal as a moniker of I actually had trust people who are more comfortable with Scandal because it kind of weeds out this false purity, like this puritanical thing. Like I think that if you're not actually comfortable with a certain level of salacious behavior, then it's an immediate whistle for me as to like if you can hang.
Yeah. No. There's something in this whole thing that's connected to story somehow, because you had mentioned how it's wild that we've done this. Like, we're fighting over like the hierarchies and the different levels of heaven and stuff like that. I'm curious how you think about this. But the way I'm reading it is really what we're doing ultimately. What makes one religion a religion versus another religion is we're fighting over stories.
It's a culture war, always.
Yeah. And you're in story,
Yeah.
in a way. So
I'm in story professionally.
Yeah.
I view my entire life through story.
Yeah.
Because that is my profession. That is my calling.
Let's talk about that, because I'm curious how you just view story generally, how you view it as your place in culture to help culture evolve.
Absolutely. Well, it's story. Story is everything. We start telling. We teach our children through stories. We teach each other through stories. Jesus told parables. You don't tell someone the answer to the question. You tell them a story and let them get to the answer themselves. That is how you engage an audience, and that's what propaganda is, right? Like, everything is a narrative that is then sold to you that then has a purpose, right? And we hope that purpose can be nefarious, and that purpose can be beautiful and lead to enlightenment. Like, we are living right now in this country, people have been sold a story about America, about what it's like, about America being great, about the dream of the future, and about the fear of the immigrant. Like, these are all stories that you're told.
Yep.
And that's what we do as humans. That's what we're susceptible to, and that's why they are so, like, that's why they come for the art first. That's why, like, right now, like, we're watching PBS get defunded and NPR be defunded, and the Kennedy Center's getting taken away. And they come for these institutions that are storytellers, because we synthesize the world through a
Give me
narrative
chills.
to then reach the masses, because that's how you
Control.
control a narrative.
Yeah.
It's literally a narrative.
Yeah.
That's everything is storytelling.
Yeah.
Everything. The government's always telling a story. The CIA is always telling a story. And artists and artists understand that. And that's why removing art education from school feels like, oh, it's superfluous. It's like, no, you're teaching people how to understand the narrative that they are a part of, that they live in. And so that's been, for me, I've been a storyteller since I have found my calling. I was 8 years old.
Really?
Absolutely. I've always been this. I've always been this like flamboyant, big, like attention-seeking
I was
monster.
that when I was 8, and then it went away for a while.
Yeah.
I've only had it back for a few years.
Well, welcome back. It's working.
It's so
great
good
to have
be
you.
back.
It's fun. It's good to be back.
It's so good
It's
to be
good.
back.
Right where you left off.
Yeah.
And I'm the product of like absolute like unconditional love. My folks were like, hell yeah,
Makes
buddy.
me so happy.
You got it. Like I am what happens when all your dreams are supported. and I know that, and I love my family for this, because they saw that I was fish to water. I went, this is the thing. I love this. I want to do as much of this as I possibly can. And I never got tired of anything else. I truly was like, everything came first. I was trying to do as many shows as possible. Since I was 8 years old, I got hired in a professional production of.
Where were you born?
I grew up on a farm in rural Massachusetts.
We're both
farm boys.
Yeah.
Here we are. That's what
And
we
I
do.
was just in Massachusetts for the very first time. a few
Really?
days
For what?
ago. Just some YouTuber humans getting together, talking about content, and just getting
In
connected
the woods,
to the earth.
hanging out.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
totally.
So I grew up on a farm, fourth generation to grow up on this family farm, and I fell in love with. I was like, I want to be an artist, and at 18, I moved to the big city. So I just like, again, I found it at 8 years old. I would do anything I could to do more and more performing, and I just would like run around from Shakespeare to musical theater to.
Sorry, I have to pause you.
Please,
because
pause
that's
me.
just. You grew up on a farm,
Huh?
so your dad was probably a farmer.
No,
Okay.
but
Like, how did you know that you could?
well, I was put in a camp. Was the first thing, right? So
Okay.
I was like, I was terrible at sports. I was miserable. It wasn't soccer, it wasn't baseball, it wasn't wrestling, it wasn't whatever. Like, they did not know what to do with me. And then they finally were like, oh, there's this theater camp for the summer for like a week. Like, we'll put him in this. And I went, this is it.
That's so
I
cool.
said, oh, found it. And they were like, oh, he really loved that. And then this theater camp was run by this professional Shakespeare company that was nearby, and then the next summer came around and they needed a kid role for Shakespeare's Richard III. There's a character called the Duke of York. It's a child who then is murdered, and they came back and they asked if I would like to audition, and I got that part, and I had the best summer doing Shakespeare outside with grown adults playing pretend, killing each other with broadswords.
Dude,
Done.
it sounds like
Done.
heaven.
Cooked.
Yeah.
Cooked.
Yeah.
And I went, wait a minute, we're all just playing pretend all summer, and like yelling, and I was like learning Shakespeare and like putting these words into my mouth, into my brain, and just like and hanging out with adults. Like, I've always loved hanging out with adults. I was always this kid that was like trying to hear what the adults were saying, and they'd be like, go play with the other kids, and I was like, I don't want to play with the other kids. I want to hear the gossip. I want to hear the world. Like, I was always like, I've always loved just the party and the society and the just like that. The social aspect of theater is why I do it. I always say, now as a producer and a performer, I always say, I throw the show to get to the after party. Like, that's the fun. Like,
Totally.
then the night kicks off.
Totally.
Like, you go do the thing, you go see the show, to then go to the bar after with your friends and be like,
Totally.
oh my God, this part was the best part.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I love this. And how about this? And what was your favorite song? And what was your favorite this? Blah, blah, blah. And or I hated that. You can tell me why. But
I'm just curious. Is there a social part to getting to create the show? Like, when the cast and y'all are learning something and you're on stage with the scripts at first, does that feel social?
absolutely.
Okay.
It's collaborative, the whole thing. So that's the alchemy. The alchemy. Why I love I am such a social being. I'm the extrovert's extrovert, and like the live performing arts and theater is this thing where 10, 15, 4 people get together in a room and they make something with their energy, talent, and time that's ephemeral and is greater than the sum of their parts.
Totally.
And that magic is what happens whenever people gather. And the same buzz happens when you are in a church. You do come together and you sing together, or you do gather for a party and there's like a buzz in the air. Like, we get together as we're meant to gather as human beings.
So true.
And we are faced with this fucking loneliness epidemic, and we've
Yep.
been split into our individual profiles and our own little boxes
Yep.
and our own little islands, and it's all done on purpose, and it's all to keep us scared and doom scrolling alone, as opposed to sitting around the fire together and being like, you need anything? You good? I'm scared about
Dude.
this. I want that.
You see why I put this
Of
on?
course.
That's literally why I do that.
That's the whole thing. And
Yeah.
we are like, we have been chopped up into pieces, and we are pieces of a whole, which gets back to the philosophical, like we do better because we're pack animals, man. And I can't even imagine what it's like to have belonged to a pack of your own and then to have said, I'm going to kick myself out of this fucking pack to toss it to you.
It's been
And go, bro, that's gotta be. That's
a lot.
one of the bravest things. That's why I'm fucking sitting here. Is because you shared that story, and I was like, I can't believe, and I'm so admirous of those who have how good it is
Yeah.
to belong,
Yeah.
and then to actively ostracize yourself from that community.
Yeah, and that begs the question, how or why? And I think for me, it's what you're talking about with we're kind of split off in different parts, and there were parts of me that didn't belong, that
Sure.
couldn't be explored.
Yeah.
The open-mindedness, the curiosity, even the performing. Like, this is something, again, that I've gotten back to. I love improv, and I'm dabbling with stand-up comedy. And in the religion, I had done a couple of plays and stuff like that. And I'm like, I like this. But I grew up in a family of construction workers and on a farm and all this stuff. And so this is new that I'm discovering that, fuck, I love story. I love it. I love performing and just sort of getting reacquainted with my 8-year-old self is what it feels like in a way. And yeah, so I love everything that you're saying. I love that you got to, the way you described yourself as a fish to water. When I've described it to my friends or people when I went from Utah to living in New York City, that was the first time I felt like a fish to water. I'm like,
Yeah,
this.
I'm
in my
here.
environment finally, where I feel like I fully belong.
Yeah.
And that's why I love it here.
Great.
Because of all these things that you can do and taste, and you're free to, all of your parts are okay. At least that's what it feels like to me.
That's beautiful. I love that.
And now I'm finding community around who I really am, not who I'm supposed to be.
That's fabulous. How are you finding that community?
The way I'm finding it, I feel like it's complete unlock, because that was such a big thing. When I came to New York, I knew nobody.
Cool.
Like, literally started over at 30 when I left the religion.
Damn, man.
And had an arranged marriage, left the marriage. Like, literally 99% of my...
Do you have any kids?
2 kids.
2 kids.
They live with their mom most of the time, but they also come out to New York, so they live in 2 worlds, which is really interesting.
Fabulous.
They love it here. But the way I've found community has been literally just leaning into what is interesting to me. Because as I go to improv, people that are doing improv, like, that are into that. As I do comedy, people that do comedy. Even philosophy. I'm into philosophy, so I go to this Brooklyn event that's a philosophy event and meet one of my best friends, James, there, and we, kick it and argue about philosophy.
How do you find that philosophy event?
I think I was just searching for it, or I was using things like Eventbrite. So I use things like Eventbrite or Meetup, and just finding things that I'm genuinely curious about. Like, everything in my life that has been good in the last several years has literally just been leaning into what is interesting. In fact, even where we're sitting, this apartment, we found, like, I'm here because the basketball court out my window. I love basketball. We grew up playing basketball on the farm.
Of course.
And it was the
You
only...
Mormons love basketball.
We sure do.
You can ball. Only
Yep.
half court, though.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Exactly. But I started playing basketball and met this guy, Anthony, who was also into comedy. And so we'd play basketball and go to comedy shows. And when it came time, this was when I hadn't moved to New York yet. I was just staying in Airbnbs and hotels, and he wanted to help me practice applying for places because he says it's a pain in the ass to get an apartment.
Yeah.
He was going out of his apartment for 3 months, and he says, you should apply for mine just so you can get used to it. You're not going to get it probably because of the area and it's expensive, but it was this apartment and I got it.
No way.
Yeah. It was the easiest. Getting to New York and getting an apartment was it's the biggest goal and the best dream I ever had, and it was the easiest one.
Isn't it amazing when the seas just part?
Yeah.
And you're like, well,
Yeah.
here we go, universe.
Yeah.
You're just, that's divinity, man. There's like, that's it. You can't, like, I again, detached from a specific spiritual dogma, I can't help but be like, well, that's, God.
Yeah.
Like, that's it, to come back and be like, oh, of course, this is where you're meant to be. This just like, this, how could it not turn into this? It's like this inevitable thing. You were at the court that day where you met that person. One of my favorite phrases that I love to say is, I've seen a lot of things in this life, but never a coincidence.
Okay, being the person that I am, where I had to learn to question everything in order to get out, I want to look at the flip side. What do you do then when things aren't flowing? So, I'll just, my audience knows this because of the last episode I talked about it, where I'm like I'm taking a major leap right now. I quit my day job in January to go all in on storytelling, YouTube. I went to the Middle East to talk to real Palestinians and real Israelis, just to understand the conflict from their view.
Hell yeah, bro.
Did my first film through that, and thank you.
Bro, you're flying. That's it.
And but I just checked today. I've made like $338 on YouTube AdSense this year. So
Congrats.
Thank you. So, and maybe that's the way I should look at it. And in fact, I was, because I'm like, okay, I've gone 7 months without any solid income because I left that because I want to make it on my own stuff.
Sure.
And it's not easy. So again, I'm just trying to look at the way your brain processes the opposite of, yeah, when it flows, it's like, okay, that's the place you're supposed to be.
Right.
But what happens when you're doing the thing, but it's also, because you're doing the thing.
Yeah.
And it must not always be easy. I'm sure there's amazing parts, but how do you think about it when it feels like, is this working? Am I gonna...
Well, it's failure is a part of the game.
Yeah.
That's it. It's
Okay.
You if you won every time you pulled the slot machine, it wouldn't be fun.
Right.
Like,
that's true.
You've chosen to do a hard thing.
That's right.
So don't be surprised when it's hard. Like you said, if everyone could climb Everest, everyone would. Yeah. You have set yourself a challenging goal. Right. And then, oh look, it's hard.
It's challenging.
It's challenging, right? So, but you got to love that grit, right?
That's right.
I said, I'm gonna make my life as an artist, as an actor. Yeah. I'm gonna go be a Broadway actor.
Yeah, fuck the starving part. You might need to do that to the beginning, but you're gonna get to the point where it's like your thing.
Again, we are farmers. We grew up on a farm. You are planting now to harvest later.
That helps,
dude. It's year 2 of planting the crop. That's gonna take 6 to fruit.
Okay.
And then that fruit's going to be bad for probably another 3 years. Mm-hmm. And then that fruit, when it's ready, is going to pay for 2 generations of your family. You are doing, you
that
can't.
Helps. That honestly, even
you're fucking cooking, dude.
That gives me chills. It helps so much because it just I think sometimes I just need that reminder of no, this is what it feels like. You're not doing anything wrong. No, I think there has been some piece of me that's like, am I fucking it up?
Well, when things happen overnight with virality, you look to that fast success, and you think that that's it. And you're like, I'm dating this girl right now, and she's such a hard worker, and she's one of the greatest artists that I've ever met, and her album comes out in a week. and she'd spent 3 years making it, and she's crashing out this week.
Of course.
She is just, she's like, it's never going to happen, and then blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you're at the finish of the marathon. Keep running. What are you doing? Like, you literally are a week away from a thing that took 3 years to do.
Yep.
I know, but you chose to do a hard thing. You wrote every note and every word and self-financed and produced and guided a 21-track album into existence. And now you're here, like...
21 tracks?
It's huge.
Holy
it's
shit.
a fucking opus.
Whoa.
She said, my pussy is fat, and I'm putting it online. And she is she's one of the most inspiring artists I've ever met in my entire life. And
So
she
cool.
is burnt the fuck out. And she's like, why did I do this? And I'm literally like, baby girl, pull it together. Because you did the hard part. The album's done. It's done. Like, you did the thing, you made the thing. But even it's like, but that's it. We all get in that. And I've bitched and moaned and screamed and cried about my career for years. It took me 11 years to make it on Broadway.
Oh, shit.
11 years.
No fucking
11
way.
years. So I'm sitting here and I'm reveling in, and I'm working this hard, and I'm enjoying this success, and I'm popping the fuck off, and there's so much stuff happening. It has been, I've moved.
You just had an NBC feature or something.
Yeah, NBC feature dropped to me 2 days ago.
That's freaking amazing, bro.
Yeah, it's huge. It's life changing.
It's happening.
It's
You're
here.
in it.
Oh, it's here.
This is so cool.
It's harvest time, baby.
Yeah.
But I've been planting for 15 years. I moved to New York City 15 years ago.
Whoa.
Everything that is coming to me now is 15 years in the making.
Dude.
And that's it.
So it's just doing the thing that you want to be doing. Just keep on chipping away.
And it's been success. I've been successful. I've been on Broadway I've been on Broadway. I've traveled the world acting. I've done. It's been success is a staircase.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and what I'm achieving now and what I'm continuing to achieve is built on the bedrock of that work before me. But again, in the farmer's mentality, like, this is the fruit is ripe. We've spent the time perfecting it. And I have no imposter syndrome about what this is that I have grown. Because I have taken the time and energy to do it. And now I am an authority, and I know what the fuck I'm doing, and I can move through the world with that confidence because I've put in the hours.
That's what I was just gonna say, because there's a lot of early artists, Calvin maybe,
Hey.
on there, where when you know, I feel like I'm getting more comfortable when I get the mic in my hand and I'm on stage and stuff like that, but there's still that imposter syndrome sometimes, and that
For
you're
sure.
saying that probably comes from, or that probably gets softened or goes away when you're like, dude, I've fucking done this.
Correct.
Like, okay.
No, it is hours in the pool. So here's my.
That's got to be why you named
Stage Time.
Yeah, Stage Time.
So I run a for all you kids at home. I run a nightlife entertainment company called Stage Time. It's rooted around a show called Stage Time with PJ Adzima. That's me. I'm PJ Adzima. And it is a vaudevillian talent show. So it's the best of live entertainment in New York City. And it's basically like, America's Got Talent for New York. I scour all of New York and I bring you the best of all these categories: drag, burlesque, Broadway, music, dancing, comedy.
Love it.
Everything. So there's one of each category in every show. And you earn that slot. And then you get a show where you get, instead of it's a drag show and a comedy show and a Broadway show and a magic show all in one.
beautiful.
So but it's the philosophy of the title Stage Time is the only way you make it in all of those industries is with more time on stage.
That's right.
If you want to be a stone cold killer as a fucking stand-up comedian, you have bombed thousands of times, and you better bomb fast and often.
Yep.
Because if you want to be an Olympic swimmer, it's hours in the pool.
Yeah.
You are swimming every single day, 3 times a day, and
Yeah.
that's the difference between art and athletics. We understand it as athletes in America. We don't think of the arts or the creative arts as being an athletic pursuit.
Totally.
When it is the exact same philosophy.
bro.
I'm an athlete.
Yes.
I'm a stone cold killer at what I do because
Putting in the
I've
reps.
been doing it since I was 8 years old. I'm the same as the kid who picked up the baseball bat and just started swinging and just could not put the thing down. It's the same level of just hours accumulated.
That's so
that
cool.
Then when something comes to you, you're like, I'm unfazed by this because I've done this before, and my legs stop shaking, and my voice stays firm because I have the lived experience of knowing that I know what I'm doing.
Honestly, as a early stage artist, that excites the fuck out of me.
Yeah, bro.
Because
That's it.
what you look at people sometimes and they're so good, and if you know this part of it,
Yeah.
that it's because, well, if they've been swinging, they've been doing this, you're like, well, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can up my time. I can get on more stages.
Yeah.
Like there's this this app and this website for stand-up comedy, let's say, where you can see like all the stages for open mics all over the city.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
freaking
great.
dope.
What's it called?
And,
Send it to me.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
But it's really dope because I've been dabbling and doing a couple of mics a week, but I'm right about to do a push where I want to do like 3-5 mics, like 3 times a week, 3 to 5 mics, 3 days a week. So 15 roughly sets. Like I want to
In a week.
I want to do that.
That's exactly it.
And but what you also just gave me permission to do, sort of without even mentioning it, is it just makes so much sense, is there's a piece of me, like I'm doing the writing and everything, but there's this other skill that you need to deal with, and that is dealing with the present and when things aren't going well. And so I have enough that even if I was gonna bomb all this time, go bomb. Like get used to that. Feel into that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Fail hard
Great.
and fast.
Great. I can do that.
And then you'll know how to recover. Like you can't. It's gonna go wrong.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. So just jump, get messy, get in, make it like I always make it exist first, make it good later.
Totally, bruh.
Go. That's why everybody feels dumb about their first YouTube that they're going to put out. Their first episode of the podcast isn't going to be great.
Yeah.
But no, it's going to be shit. But number 20 is going to be amazing.
Mr.
Number
Beast
40 is going to be what, like...
Mr. Beast, I think, it took him like 1,000 videos to get 1,000 subscribers or something, which is...
But he just kept, and he's a fucking monster at it, right? It's that algorithm thing. It's the reason why AI is as good as it is, because it can fuck up millions of times in no time.
Yep.
It can run 60 models in a split second when it would take you forever to do something 60 times.
Yep.
That it's AI is artificial intelligence. It's human learning done with computers. It's how we get good at doing something is doing it over and over again. If you had to draw, if I told you I'll give you a fucking $1,000 if you can draw me a really great chicken, and I said you had a week. And I asked you to draw a chicken right now, and I came back in a week and said, for $1,000, draw me your best chicken. And you just did nothing for a week, but try to draw a chicken. You'd be able to draw a fucking chicken.
Sure.
And that's the same. It's the exact same thing for any artistic skill.
Yeah, I love it. It just makes it so approachable, and I also love the connection to athletes because I'm getting more into that. Working out, fighting, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
everything,
the same thing.
dude. It's everything because you do it. Art is a skill you do with your body,
Oh, interesting.
It's a skill you do with your body.
Art is a skill you do with your body.
I am a blue-collar employee on Broadway.
Yeah, okay.
I have the most luxurious blue-collar job. If my body doesn't hit the stage tonight, I don't get paid.
Yeah.
If I fuck up my ankle, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I make money with my hands.
Yeah.
Which means I am a tradesman. I am crafting something that is replicable again and again and again, like a cobbler or a construction worker, or like it's a cushy blue collar job, but it's a blue collar job. And when they're done with me, I'm done. I'm a contractor. I gotta find another gig. I gotta build another house. And if I can't find that work, I'm fucked. So I better be really good at it.
On that note, then, because I've thought of this with you performers that are up there, like every night you got to be on, and in a blue collar job or anything else, you you have measurements to make sure that your performance is on point. Like I did high ticket sales for a long time, so every single aspect of the call is recorded, and you're trying to get better at certain things. What do you do as a performer, an artist athlete, to stay top notch as the elder McKinley role?
That's a really good question. I keep busy with other artistic pursuits. That's the thing that keeps me
Keeps the
sharp.
fire going.
Yeah, it keeps me sharp. Because if I just did that as my one artistic outlet, I'd go crazy.
That's so interesting.
I have to do other things.
Because that's who you are.
That's who I am. I can't, and also I've mastered this thing. I can make you that table. I can do that thing. And that's not to say that I do anything in the Book of Mormon with my eyes closed. I am intentional every time about crafting this thing. But I also spend my day crafting a million other things, so it doesn't feel like it's the one source of... This is a problem that is really prevalent in my industry.
Yeah.
Is that you work so hard. I don't know. There's like... People are really disconnected from their artistry once they get the job. And you'll watch their happiness and their creativity dry up because they're doing the same thing over and over and over again. And they're going to the same well...
Yeah.
And expecting there to be water, and that well dries up because you're doing the same thing over and over again. And instead of finding another well, they just keep going to that same well and going, why isn't there water in here? And I'm like, just go find another fucking well, dude.
Yeah.
Like, go drink somewhere else and then come to work.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what's really inspired me and why I've started an entertainment company while I'm doing 8 shows a week is for a lot of different reasons. But one of them is to keep me artistically satisfied. I started it because I went, now that I'm paying my bills as an artist, I'm going to do this for me.
That's so cool.
And I'm going to create, because this is the joy and the trouble, right? Of, let's say that this podcast does pick up and you're making more than $300 from YouTube, you're pulling in like a good living or whatever, and then that becomes your job.
Totally.
That, and all of a sudden your relationship is, oh no, now I have to make this thing, as opposed to, oh, I get to do this thing. And that's this like crazy psychic thing when your dream becomes your job. And then how do you keep that, your relationship with your own artistry, the thing that you did because you loved it is now the thing that you sell. And so what's your icky, like it gets a little icky there. So how do you keep that spirit of artistry alive and remain an artist and not just a tradesman?
100%. I actually am excited to get to the point where this is the job.
Of course, and that's the fun, dude.
and there's other things I like to do. Like I've had fantasies of doing a show that wasn't just comedy. I need to come check out your show, by the way.
Please do.
Just to see the variety of it all.
In September, we're back.
Okay, cool. I like the takeaway I take from that is this can be the thing that is the 1 or 2 episodes every week, production, guests, do all that, and that's like the anchor point. But then there's so many other creative experiences that I want to have and make. A crazy moonshot goal, because you mentioned that the polygamy isn't mentioned in Broadway. I'm like, man, I want to start writing a script called Faith and Fraud, and about a Broadway show about the Joseph Smith story and like just the polygamy aspect, but like incorporate but that's really down the road with moonshotting it. But
call it Polygamy the Musical.
Polygamy the Musical.
It's a way better title.
Than Faith and Fraud.
Yeah.
I really like Faith and Fraud.
Yeah, but people want the
thing. What it is?
I mean, I don't know. Start with Polygamy the Musical.
Okay.
Start with the bad version.
Okay.
and then call it something else, because people go, excuse me.
Yeah, polygamy. What?
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Cool.
That's my 2 cents. I'll plant that seed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. I'm actually just really curious as we let's see, we've been close to an hour. We'll start coming in for landing a little bit. How did you actually get this gig, the Book of Mormon on Broadway? What's the story?
Bro. My Book of Mormon story is the craziest showbiz story ever. It's stupid. It's dumb.
Really?
Oh my God. My Mormon story is... You want the thing? You want the story?
I want the story.
You want the story?
I'm so curious.
All right, I'll give you the story. My relationship with this show is... The Book of Mormon is the great love of my life. It is my white whale. It has defined me as an artist. Since I remember where I was when I heard the Cast album for the first time.
Really?
I moved to New York City. There was a poster of it on my dorm room wall. People would tell me, whenever they found out I was a musical theater actor, they said, well, you should be in the Book of Mormon. I'd be like, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. I know that. Look at me. I'm the whitest person you've ever seen. I played the milkman in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I am the walking personification of the Book of Mormon. And so it was haunting me. It was this big thing that I was never going to get. It was too lofty of a dream. I didn't even see it on Broadway because I knew I would want it too much. I wanted it too much. Oh my God, I wanted it too much. And I was on the hustle in New York, and I couldn't even get an appointment for it. It was only like 5 years old, and it was just like, it was this big hot show. It was like pre-Hamilton, it was the show to see. You couldn't even get a fucking ticket, and I was like, I can't even, everybody wants to be in the Book of Mormon. There's no way it's going to be me. And I, at the time, am on the hustle. I'm a non-equity actor. I'm like working a whole bunch of different J jobs. Oh my God, I've done every job in New York City. I've been a busboy. I've worked in a warehouse. I've been a truck driver. I've been a fitness instructor, a bartender, a butler, a babysitter, a children's music instructor.
Okay.
You fucking name it, I'll do it.
Okay.
'Cause I'm a workhorse.
Okay.
And that's fucking.
So not even artistic.
No, I had to pay rent, dude.
Gotcha.
I went to school for musical theater here in Marymount Manhattan College on the Upper East Side. I got out of school and I started hustling and auditioning and just like booking shitty non-union jobs, and eking it out in a terrible apartment. And I get this call. This is why it's community. It's the whole thing for me is about community. It's the reason why I'm always giving opportunities to people and why I'm always saying that like the social game is the best thing that you can be doing as a creative and an artist, because opportunities will come from other people.
Yeah.
And my life has been changed because other people have thought of me.
Dude, I have to read you
Hit me.
This quote that I just got from James Clear, who I really love.
Hit me.
You can attract luck simply by telling other people what you're working on. And that to me is, or what your dreams are, like that's be the social element.
Well, luck is other people, man. Luck is other people. It's a team sport, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like it's you. Like I've got enough. I have what you need. Here.
Yeah.
Oh, great. You need that thing? I've got plenty. Come on. And that little bit of community generosity changes lives and makes dreams come true.
100%.
So here I am, downtown, running around, and my friend picks up the phone, and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" And I'm like in Midtown. He's like, "I'm playing the piano for auditions for this new children's theater puppet musical. And nobody's coming. Like, it's like a really light day. There's a lot of open slots. And I think you'd be perfect for it. Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm in Midtown." And he goes, "Can you come by in like 20 minutes? And I go, "Sure." Walk in the door. I have no idea what this fucking thing is, but I'm just looking for a job. I come in, I sing a song that like I happen to have the sheet music for like in the bag. I make up a monologue on the spot. They're like, "You got a monologue?" And I go, "Sure I do." And I just like I like improv something. And I wind up at this callback. And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm looking at this thing. I learned the song, but I'm busy and I'm running around from work. And I'm like, "Okay, my friend thinks I'd be good in this puppet show." And I go into this puppet callback and it goes really well. And they hand me this puppet and I sing this song and I'm like, "Oh, I'm nailing this." And I'm vibing with this guy who's across the table from me, the writer. He's like we got this click where I'm like, "Oh, he wants me. I'm going to book this role." And we like, and we leave and I go, "That was one of the best auditions I've ever had in my life. I just booked that role. What's this show again?" I didn't even know the name of the fucking composer.
No way.
The composer is Bobby Lopez.
Okay.
Bobby Lopez is the double EGOT winning composer of Avenue Q, Frozen, and the Book of Mormon.
No.
I had just booked Bobby Lopez's puppet children's theater show and didn't even know it. I just was like, "Oh, didn't realize that was just in an audition I should have been super nervous for."
I was supposed to be nervous.
I was supposed to be, and I just was like, whatever. And so I booked the lead in this show, and now I'm in rehearsals with Bobby, and he's like writing new songs for me, and we're collaborating on this thing. I'm 23 years old, and we're playing with puppets. We open downtown. We become a New York Times critic pick for this children's theater puppet show. And while that's happening, he picks up the phone and goes, "Hey, I think I found your next Elder McKinley."
No fucking
for
way.
the Book of Mormon.
No way. He had that connect.
He is the
He
Connect.
is the Connect.
He wrote
Yeah,
the
he wrote
fucking
the-
show.
That's so ridiculous.
So he did not need to do that. Said, "I know there's a McKinley opening coming up. I think I've got this kid." He calls up Scott Rudin and Ann Garofino, the two like big producers of the Book of Mormon. They come to see me in this children's theater show, and are like, "Yeah, he's great." And I end up with an audition for the Book of Mormon. Not even to fucking get the part. It just got me the chance to get in. Because I couldn't even get seen. I couldn't get whatever. But he said, "Oh, hey, you'd be great for this thing." And just plopped me in line. And was like, "Have fun. Good luck." But I would never have the life and career that I have in this show if he had not done that, if my friend had not called me. If I had not been in Midtown on that day. Brother, it is... and then I'm in the soup. Now it's one audition, and now I've got to book the Book of Mormon. That's five rounds of auditions. That's come in, try again. They're whittling the pool down. But in the back of their heads, they're like, "Oh, this is the kid Bobby likes." And so if I keep delivering, what's the thing? At the end of the day, it's between me and like 3 other guys. We all could do it, right? But I'm the one that Bobby put in the room. So I'm maybe that was, I know it was it. I went into my final callback and they were like, "Hey, I loved you in Bobby's musical." And I was like, I'm booking the Book of Mormon. Because this children's theater show. It was this non-equity children's theater show down Lower East Side. All of a sudden I go from zero to hero. I'm making like, no fucking money. Scraping it together. All of a sudden I'm playing a principal role on the national tour of this hit fucking show. Traveling the world, making.
Can we say like
crazy?
I'm just curious. Like, how much do you guys get paid?
It was for that jump.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, overnight, I was making like 6 figures.
That's so fucking cool.
23 years old,
Doing your thing.
doing my thing.
The thing you want to be doing.
Yeah,
Bro.
Immediately, and that overnight like that didn't come because I'm the greatest. What it came because so many people had to go, "Oh, you'd be great for this. Come here," because it's a collaborative thing. So I've gone on and created an entire company, an ecosystem that's based around paying it forward because it changed my life. So
That's
I
what
run
Stage
it.
Time.
So now Stage Time, the philosophy of it is, I'm gonna go and find these people who are deserving of an opportunity, and then I'm gonna give them an opportunity that can change their life because it happened to me.
That makes so much.
And
sense.
without doing it, their dreams might not come true. If Ben Kaplan did not pick up the fucking phone, he changed my life forever.
That's so wild.
And we are woven. How many other things happen like that? And that's what I love about a Stage Time show. That's what I love about the ecosystem that I've created, where people go, "Hey, I met my girlfriend at Stage Time. Hey, I met this person. I got this video of the show. I film every single act because you should leave with a piece of media.
That's right.
That then you can turn around and be whatever."
Yeah.
It is it's an opportunity engine because this is a gatekept industry. This is an industry where people don't even know how to get in. The most talented person in the entire fucking city right now is banging their head against the wall as a barista, like thinking about going home.
You want to change that?
We have to change that.
I'm so curious the way, because you're so spot on, where this is a community effort. We're social animals.
We all win, dude.
Yeah. And we all win. It's a win-win thing when that happens.
The best thing that can happen to me is if you fucking pop off.
That's so cool.
That doesn't take from me. It's an infinite resource.
Totally agree, man.
More is more. It's like, it's abundant, man.
Yeah.
It's abundant.
Yeah.
it's like, and we've just been and we've been sold this lie of competition and of FOMO
100%.
and whatever, and it's like, but it's a scarcity model, right?
That's so right.
There are only so many jobs, and it is like the thing. That's the problem with my industry, is that like there are only like, it is an elite thing to be in the Broadway show, and you do want to get that spot and then hang on to it. So there is this level of competition that's there, which drives a hunger, which is good for you. It's that spirit of competition. But at the end of the day, you got like you have to be a part of a team. You got to be a team player.
So, question, because yes, he called you. He picked up the phone and says, "You'd be great for this." You had several people there that put your name in the hat. What? Just zooming out, what are you doing at that time, or what are the practices or the things that you think you're doing right that made you top of mind?
Oh, well, I was talented and easy and nice to work with. Okay. And a team member and someone who you want to spend time with, right? I'm a collaborator.
Okay.
Like, that's the whole point. You need people only want to hang out. It's a hang, dude. It's about the hang. Are you good vibes?
Yeah.
And you got the goods?
Yeah.
This kid's talented. Let's work with him.
Okay.
It's great. It's like, at the end of the day, you got 3 people to choose from for any job, for any gig, for any role. They all could do it artistically. Who do you want to hang out with?
Yeah.
Let's say, okay, this is going to be a big show. We're going to be working on this thing probably for the next...
We're going to see each other
for the next year,
yeah.
Right? We're going to have to travel. We're going to have to do whatever. Who am I stuck in the elevator with on the worst travel day of my life? The plane breaks down. We're on the runway for 8 hours. Who's the person that I will not want to murder? Like, this person's the best, but he's a bit of a diva. He's kind of catty. He's whatever. Why on earth would I want to spend more time with that person? It's literally about the hang.
That is so freaking cool that it comes down to something that simple.
For me, like, that's my philosophy.
Yeah.
It's literally, it's like, yeah, but can you hang? It's like, anyone can do. There's a lot of talented people here. There's the most talented people in the world. But the criteria needs to be like, are you, what else are you bringing? What's that sauce? And that's, and that's important.
You, what you're saying, I know, is so real, because you're putting words to things that I have felt as I've been swimming in this artistic creative space.
Yeah.
Because there are some people I'm like, why do I want to hang out with these people more than these people? And it's sort of the abundance mindset too. Because when I'm in a hang and they're like, this person got me so I couldn't do that, and they're complaining and stuff like that, it's like, I don't want that. I want to be around,
gets on
like,
you,
we
dude.
can do this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
win-win. Like we're doing this.
Yep.
Like, there's nothing to be taken from us. Like, we're so lucky that we're here doing this. Like, that's the environment I like to be in.
Gratitude, dude. Gratitude's the attitude.
Yeah.
You are the company you keep.
Yeah.
And you need to be surrounded by people who are on that hustle and on that grind. If you are the most ambitious person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time to go.
Dude, where did you get this? Like because
I was stuck this way. I don't know. I've been this way forever. Like, this is,
you've had the positive mindset.
I'm like, I've always, again, like, I think I came from a lot. I've got a lot of positive reinforcement, self-love, and I just have, like, been inspired. I'm insane. We should know that too. I'm a fucking madman. Like, but I'm this just eternal optimist because it keeps working. Mm-hmm. It's result based. Yeah. Like, I'm not Pippi Longstocking. Like, I keep being like, well, I keep having a really good time with really good people, and then good things keep happening, and we just keep doing that. Mm-hmm. And life gets better. So it's like it's a practice, man. Like, it's
cool.
It's really worked out for me.
Yeah.
To be doing this. So why wouldn't I? And again, it's like, it's a vocation to do that. It's a practice to stay in that positive mindset. Mm-hmm. It's been fucking hard in my 15 years of New York City. Have I always been good at this? No, absolutely not. But I do know that is my guide. That's my compass. That's my North Star. These are the principles that the ideals that I'm always driving towards.
Yeah.
But it's while being realistic. It's not being delusional or not having space for being like, oh, I'm really getting my ass kicked right now. Like, nothing's worse than toxic positivity.
Totally.
And being like, but actually, it's like, no, this sucks.
Yeah.
You're going to crash out and lose. You're going to fucking lose. And it's going to hurt, and you're going to be mad, and you're going to cry. And it's going to take long until you fucking get over that. And then you're going to try again, dude. Like,
I don't know why. Strangely, that's been one of the most comforting parts of this entire episode is no, this is going to suck. This is what hard looks like. You picked something hard, but it doesn't mean you're on the wrong path, sort of thing.
It's actually the path you chose. Like, it's congratulations. You're doing a hard thing. Yeah. Oh, no, it's hard. Oh, it's hard. Oh, that thing. That thing everyone told you was a bad idea is feeling like it's difficult.
Yeah.
Like, that gamble you put on you. I think that's another part of it too. Is that like I just have bet on myself completely.
That's it.
So why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
If I'm not gonna believe in me, no one else will.
100%.
And I'm all in. They got no other chips. Like,
that's it. Yeah.
That's it. You gotta trust that your hand is good enough.
Yep.
And then fucking bluff if it's not. Like, dude, like, fucking
dude, that's
go.
It's so relatable. Like, that's the game I'm playing.
Yeah.
The game I'm playing in my life. Like, leaving the religion, moving. Like, there wasn't a single person in my life that thought that was a good idea. There wasn't a single person in my life that thought living in New York City was a good idea. Literally not a single one. And quitting my day job to do more creative stuff. Like, it's all putting the chips on me.
But here's a question. Do any of those people have the life that you want to live?
Not even close.
So why would you listen to them?
Exactly. Yeah. You can't even listen to people that love you. You have to listen to those that...
You should listen to people that you admire.
Yeah. That are doing the thing that you want to be doing because they would know.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom isn't always going to understand.
Yeah.
Her insight's going to be invaluable because I love my mom. Don't you ever think I don't love my mom. She's the greatest person in the world.
And if she was teaching you how to cook a Thanksgiving turkey and you're cooking your first Thanksgiving turkey, you would probably take that advice.
Right.
But if it's about artistic pursuits...
It's about, in general, you need to trust. You need to really have a good relationship with this person. I'm pointing to myself because you're the only one you're stuck with.
Yeah.
You're the one who you're stuck with in the elevator.
Yeah.
So you better like him too.
Were there ever times where you sort of struggled with that?
No, I love myself.
I'm so jealous. I'm so pissed at that. I'm so mad.
I think I'm great.
You are.
I think I'm great, but I think you should think you're great too. Everybody should like their own sauce.
Yeah.
Everybody should be like, I'm fucking good at this. You know, it's like the ultimate like person,
a lover of their sauce.
Oh my god, is Jack Black.
Yeah.
Jack Black is a unconventionally handsome big boy.
Yeah.
And he walks around going, I'm amazing. And he's tuned it. He cracked it.
He goes, saying, I'm chubby.
No.
I hate myself.
And that's like, and even it's a part in School of Rock when he's like, what do you mean? It's like, I got problems with my body. It's like, it's this. But you know what happens? I'm sexy. And I'm this and I'm that. And and again, this gets back to that hand you're dealt, right?
Yeah.
And he goes like, he doesn't sit around and bitch about the hand he gets. He goes, oh, this hand's awesome.
Yeah.
And he leans into all those great, weird, specific reasons as to why this is the best thing that ever could have happened to me. Like, he's cracked it. And that's the same thing where it's just like, you gotta love this.
This is all this. It's so funny how this. I did not know how this episode was going to go, but it has turned into such a perfect episode for myself, for anybody that's on the path of growing, of just validating some of the things that I've sort of picked up along the way, and that's been a big one. Like learning to love the hand that you're dealt, and love the person that you are, and if you have to bluff, but like love.
Well, just play the game, man. Yeah. Like it's the game of life.
Yeah.
Like that, like it's dance the dance.
Yeah.
Just fucking jump in and follow that joy. Get back. You're saying you're following the thing that you're passionate about. You're an active participant in your life, and that's this problem that so many people are spectators right now. So many people are just like, well, I couldn't do that, or I'm getting all my fulfillment through this screen, or like I belong to whatever. And it's like, this is a life is a team sport that is lived in person.
100%. That's the other thing. I just made a note of this recently, and that's something else I noticed that you did is you were in the game. So players play with players. And so don't just be on the edge of the arena, be in the game. And like if you're just doing that, if you continue to play the game that you want to be playing, that's where luck can also find you, I find.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not on the sidelines.
Yeah.
But I'm scared of that. Yeah. Everybody's scared of that.
Yeah.
Everybody's scared.
Yeah, some people they feel the fear and they're like, oh, I need to get rid of this. It's like, no, you have the fear. Okay, take it, but lean in anyway.
Life is on the other side.
Yeah.
Like the only way out is through.
Yeah.
Do the scary thing. If you're afraid of it, it's probably because it's fear and fear. Like it's the thing that you don't want to do.
Yeah, I'm not really, that's a good point because I'm not really afraid of, I don't know, like a big scary jaguar that's in a forest somewhere. But I'm scared of, I don't know, hitting the stage 3 times a night or 3 times. It's like, oh, that means that matters to me. So lean into that.
Do the thing. Look at the fucking, go into the haunted house.
Yeah.
Look at the scary ghost. Like, it is what we've done. Like, this is another, it's back to storytelling, right? It's like, why do we spook ourselves? Like, why do we, like, it's this survival thing you're stronger because you did the ritual. I think there's, like, these great, like, coming of age rituals that you hear about, like, in like tribal societies where and this is we have it in like the form of a sweet 16 or in the form of a bar mitzvah or something, which is like and you learn about this, like Joseph Campbell talks about these rituals, which is like where the men come and when it's time for the son to grow up, they come dressed as monsters and they steal the son away from the mothers, and the mothers cry and they cry, and the men come and make them go through this ritual and go into the cave and go into and do the dark thing or perform the feat of strength and are adorned with whatever, and then they are reborn, now a man within the tribe, and childhood is over and they may begin. And that transition is always meant to be scary. There's a challenge. Like when you have a bar mitzvah, you must study the Torah, you must achieve the thing, you must even in like nowadays it's the driver's license, right? It's like you went to driver's ed, you did it. Like there's a level of fear that must be faced to then transcend and now be on this new level. And in an age of extreme comfort, and of ease and of access, people will do anything to not be scared and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that stunts them. And then you don't grow because you're not like you can just stay safe in the house and have the world come to you through your screen, as opposed to getting out there, going on the journey. And failing and getting hurt and getting lost and being scared and like,
but living.
This is the call.
Yeah.
The call to action. This is the same. Like it's the same in every tradition. It's the same in every hero's journey.
It's call to adventure.
It's the call to adventure. And do you answer the call or not?
Yeah. Bro, this has been so sick. Just as a wrap up, who are some of the people that are inspiring you now? Like, who are the things that you're looking ahead that you're like, oh, okay, I can learn from that. Like, what's the thing that you're leaning into that you're trying to get better at?
Oh, that's really good. I'm really trying to get better. Actually, at the digital space, I'm really trying to get better at kind of learning and synthesizing online and like taking, and I'm seeing like artists I admire that are building community. I think like Dropout is like a really cool model right now. Sam Reich has like created this entire online community of people and artists that you like want to hang out with, and it's like doing a really good job of like creating a community that both exists in person and then online. And I think that he's doing a really good job of bridging and providing a community space to people through the internet. I think that's like the big frontier that I'm trying to tackle this year.
Cool.
Is like I've built this very like successful in-person company that needs to crack online now. And that's like my challenge is like trying to synthesize this like in-person land to the internet, because if it doesn't pop off on the internet, it won't sustain in person, because that's the world we live in right now.
Yep.
And so yeah, I'm looking and learning about like other creators that I admire in the digital space, and then how I can evolve what I've crafted in the real world and try to make it more digital, which I think is pretty funny.
That's cool.
Well, I'm trying to get everybody from the digital world into
to
the
come-
real world. To
yeah,
me,
yeah.
I need to come to meet them
Right.
where they are.
It is a fun paradox.
I need to get back and I need to learn about that. I need to learn about like whatever. So that's a whole new set of skills where I feel like I'm the novice there, and I'm like, I don't want to launch my first whatever, because what if it doesn't look good, or what if it does? And I'm coming up against the same thing that I'm preaching, where I'm like, PJ, just make the YouTube video.
Yep.
PJ, just fucking put it out there and begin the journey.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm
Well,
at.
you're living, you're eating your own dog food, so to speak.
Hey, there
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
We love it.
Bro, thank you so much for doing this.
Oh my God, this is truly a pleasure.
This-
I'm sad it's over.
Yeah, me too. This was very generous. Like the things that you're giving, I'm going to use like immediately.
Take them.
So,
They're yours.
I appreciate
That's
it.
it.
Appreciate you.
Team sport, bro.
I will need to come to stage time.
Yeah, catch
All
me
right.
at Stage Time or the Book of Mormon through October 26th. I haven't announced it yet, but I'm hopping off the ride.
October.
October 26th.
That's major.
Yeah, baby. Done.
October.
Finishing the journey that I started in 2016 when I booked that puppet show way back when.
That's a huge announcement. This
I
is
know,
the
baby.
this is the front of the episode. There's an announcement at the end of this episode that is like massive.
Massive for me and for me personally, and anyone who knows who I am. You don't know who I am yet. Wait and find out.
But it's also big for Book of Mormon. It's a big thing for Book of Mormon
we'll
as well.
see.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
see. It'll be fun.
How many siblings do you have?
I got one younger brother.
Okay. Okay.
Ton of cousins. Big family.
I'm so curious what that's like to have a one.
Yeah, well, pretty good.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Growing up, some people are always like, 44 siblings. What's that like? And I'm like, what's
I'm
that
sorry. You have how many siblings?
Like? I have 44
You
siblings.
have 44 first siblings.
Each of my moms, I have 4 moms.
Okay. Whoa. All right. Four. Okay. 4 moms.
Uh-huh. Each of my moms had 11 to 13 kids each.
Bro. What? Okay. All right. Where do you fall
I am the 11th child, born in the 11th month
of the of what
Of 45.
of what number, mom?
of the first mom. Holy shit, there's another one. And I live on I probably need to blur that part out, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of ones in my
A lot of ones in your life. Okay. 11th in the what's the time span? What does oldest to youngest?
oldest brother is like 46
Okay.
and my youngest brother as well is like 12 or 13.
So that's a okay.
30 something gap.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a 30 years of baby.
Here's a sentence you've never heard. I'm the 11th child and I'm one of the older kids.
I've never heard that sentence. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Um,
And we all grew up in one house.
no, you did not.
One house.
You did not. That's absolutely not true.
44 siblings.
That's absolutely not true. There's no
5
way.
parents,
There's no
all in
way.
one house,
There's no
all
way.
on a farm.
No. How big is the house?
Should have been bigger. But like
This is your stand-up routine, right?
starting to be.
Solid.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
brother. Solid.
Okay.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay.
Hit the fucking stage.
I'm just gonna hit the stage without overthinking the material based on this conversation.
This is it.
because I'm like I just need to get
Just
used
tell
to
the
just
story.
saying
The
it.
room is
Yeah.
you're gonna hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
Half of stand-up is just holding people's attention.
Great.
Is just having people not want to check their phone.
Great.
No, you put in a punchline or two on this right here.
Great.
You're good.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Okay.
That's
when you
it.
see me, when you start seeing me on more stages and stuff like that, then
Bro,
you can know
that's
that you
insane.
have
One
good-
house?
One house.
How many bathrooms?
Probably like 8.
8 bathrooms.
It was really bad when we were younger because we only had like 3. And
Oh my God.
waiting in line.
No.
If you've ever had to
When
wait
you're
in
on
line
a
for a
farm,
bathroom,
you're going outside
all
Just-
the time.
Absolutely.
If you're a guy, like the guys in our family, that's actually a tidbit I've never shared on the podcast, and I've had a lot of conversations. Peeing as a guy it was good to be a guy because you could go outside and go out on the farm. It was like all the time.
Yeah.
If she's like, do you need a number 2? No. Okay. Then just go pee.
Go pee.
Out in the,
have fun.
Out in the farm.
Take a lap.
Yeah.
See you in a minute.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How many to a bedroom?
Like I grew up with there was 4 to 6 of us usually in a bedroom.
In a bedroom.
4 to 8.
4 to 8. Sharing beds or separate beds?
Separate beds, bunk beds sometimes, but yeah, separate beds.
All twins?
No twins. Oh,
bed. No twins.
Yeah, twin size beds.
All twins. Imagine.
Yeah, twin size beds. I was going to say, was there a queen sometime? I don't think there was.
No.
But
And
yeah,
then-
this is just normal.
That's amazing. And then to pry more to the parental thing, does each wife get a different room?
Yep, each wife gets a different room. Dad has his one room.
That is his one room, separate room. Oh,
yeah.
fun.
So all the parents had their own room, and people ask this question does he go to their they would go to his room and stuff like that. They would trade off and stuff like
Sure.
that. Yeah.
Fab.
And homeschooled, so I didn't even talk to kids.
Homeschooled.
I didn't even know.
So your
that-
clan was your clan.
By the time I was 20, 99% of the people that I knew had the last name Wayman. That's my last name.
No way, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes, Wayman.
That's way, man.
And the main takeaway that I'm getting from this podcast, from you, is where there's a will, there's a way, man.
That's
Yeah,
a way,
just keep on
man,
grinding.
baby. That's it.
PJ, thank
That's
you
a
so much for being here.
Yeah, that's it. We're done. That's
All
a
right.
perfect log
That's a wrap. Okay, all right. Take
Thanks,
care.
bro.
Peace.
See you.
Nothing's wrong. It's supposed to be hard. I mean, that's the big takeaway that I got from this episode. I want to start doing this more where I have a takeaway. I'll probably do this more inside my studio where I record, but I'm going to do it here on video because I have to get to my appointment, therapy. Thank God for therapy. But a big takeaway is that if you watched the previous episode, I was going through a little bit of a rough patch. And what this episode makes me realize is just the importance of complete and total acceptance of life, acceptance of the process, acceptance that it's going to be challenging. And I'm okay with it being challenging. I actually am. When I think about it, it's where I've had a lot of pain and suffering is I've thought that something must be wrong. Something must be wrong with me, or something must be wrong with what I'm doing in the process. And this was just validation of, no, this thing that's going on that's hard, that's kind of an impossibility, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be hard. And that really, really helps. In fact, it inspires me to get on more stages and to have more stage time, hit more open mics with what I'm doing with comedy and stuff like that. Recognize that this is all part of the process. It's really not the hard stuff that is the hard stuff. It's the story that I've told myself after of what it means about me. That's really what has made it ridiculously painful. It's not the hard stuff itself, it's the story I've told myself. Because for some reason, just hearing PJ talk about how, of course, you're doing something that's ridiculously hard, that is nobody that you know has done, and it's hard, of course. Of course. Do I think I can pull it off? Obviously. I wouldn't go after it otherwise. But I really do want to encourage myself for the effort that I'm putting in and not beat myself up. Nobody's going to believe in me more than I'm going to believe in me. So I'm going to keep believing in me. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep believing in me. Thank you so much for watching this episode. New York City, baby. One thing I've realized is even when you're having a bad day, if you're in New York City, it's still in New York fucking City. I love it here. And so if I have to grind and grind here in New York City to sort of make it, I'm willing to do it. I want to accept all of it. The entire process, I want to accept all of it. So thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you liked about this episode. What was your favorite part? Drop a comment. Please share, by the way, if you have Instagram or Facebook or whatever you do, wherever you share. If you share this with people or just share some aspect of the show, then I'll appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.